Hi, I hope you're well. This video is part of my Pilates for Runners series, and the theme in today's class is balance and coordination. We're going to be using the small ball, and mine is a 9-inch one, and I've got it about 80% inflated, so it's got a little bit of give in it. We will be using it in a moment, but first thing, we're going to start with some standing footwork, thinking about mobilizing through the ankle joint, challenging balance a little bit, and then we'll come down to the mat. So to begin, coming to standing. Now, this work can be a bit tricky if you've had any ankle issues. You might want a chair nearby so that you can just lightly hold onto it. It's entirely up to you. So first thing, I want you to just take a look down to your feet. I want them to be directly in line with your hip bones, which is always narrower than you think. So if you just place your hands in front of your hips, the bony parts of your pelvis that stick out, and just point your fingers straight down, and you want your knees and feet to track in line with those. You also want your feet to be like a number 11, so they are very, very parallel. There's no turn out, turn in. And I also want you to think of the weight of your feet being even. So big toe, little toe, heel of each foot, they're spreading into the mat. We're going to kind of work on that weighting and that centering just in a moment. Bring your hands to your hips. I want you to think of lengthening your tailbone down to the floor, collarbones are wide, and think of using your abdominals to lift you up and out of your pelvis. I want you to now find the sense that you're pushing the ground away with your feet as you lift yourself up. So you're pushing in both directions. Now, keeping all this lift in your body, I want you to just start to gently shift your weight backwards and forwards just a little bit. You'll get to the point where you feel like you catch yourself with your muscles. That's it. So just gently rocking backwards and forwards. We're just doing this to find the center point. One more round of this. And then find your center. Just do what you need to do. Wiggle your toes about. Just get everything grounded. And now we're going to keep those feet fully grounded. I want you to stay upright in your body. You're going to keep your pelvis underneath your shoulders. As you inhale, bend your knees. Think of your knees tracking in line with the middle of your feet. They're not coming inwards, they're not pushing outwards. Keep your heels down, so you only go as far as you can with your heels down, and we want to stay upright through the waist. Exhale, push the ground away. Really feel the back of your legs working. And again, inhale, bending. Exhale, pushing up. So it sort of looks a bit like a squat, but we're not doing squats. We're really thinking about the work through your ankle. So as you lower down, you're coming into deep dorsiflexion in the ankle. As you push the ground away, you want to feel that whole back chain of the legs working to lengthen you back up. Let's go for 4 more here. Thinking about that alignment. So if you do notice that your knees want to come towards one another, think of engaging the glute meds, sides of your hips, to keep that little bit of opening. Pushing up, we've got 1 more here. And then lift, lovely. Staying upright, this might be tricky. We're gonna, in a moment, lift our heels, staying on the toes. I want you to think of not going forward, traveling upwards, pressing into your big toe and your little toe of each foot. So you're gonna inhale to push the ground away, lifting up, rising the heels, and then exhale, articulate through the foot to drive the heels back down. And again, inhale, lifting up, exhaling down. Take your time here. If you feel wobbly at any points, just slow it down. Just really think about all that control, pressing into all 5 toes equally on the way up and on the way down. We've got 4 more. And if you notice that your ankles roll outwards, press a bit more onto your big toes and think about the center line of your foot working. Just that little more. I'm wobbly. Exhaling down. I've sprained both of my ankles multiple times over the years, so footwork is essential for me. Now we're going to push up 1 more time. You're going to stay upright. We're going to really think about all that alignment now. You're going to push your left heel down to the mat as you let your right knee bend. So your right heel's still lifted. And then you lift up so both legs are straight and your heels are lifted, switching sides. Lifting up through the center, switch. Lifting up through the center and switch. We're going to do another 4 sets of these, 4 each way. I want you to focus on keeping your pelvis still and just moving through the ankle joint. That's what's pushing and powering you here. That's it. Final set, one more each way. And then lower the left heel down. Open your feet to a little wider than your shoulders. Have the legs in parallel initially, and then I want you to think from your thigh bones, from your hip sockets, you're going to turn your thigh bones outwards and your shins and feet just come along for the ride. That's really different. Sometimes people will externally rotate just with their ankles and they'll kind of cheat. You should suddenly feel that there's work happening around your hips to enable that turn out. Now we're keeping upright in the body still, thinking of the tailbone lengthening to the floor. You're going to inhale to bend your knees. Try to track your knees in the center line of each foot. And then you push back away. You want to feel loads of work happening through the hips here. We've got 6 more. Pushing up. And again. And push. 4 more. Inhale to lower, exhale, pushing away. Final 2, checking that you're not leaning forward, you're staying really upright at all times. Last one. Brilliant. Bring your feet back into parallel, checking that they are in line with your hips. Now this is where it could get challenging. For me personally, this is really challenging because, like I say, my ankles have a bit of a history, so I have to really concentrate. Okay, we are going to do some single leg work with the heels down, legs in parallel. So first things first, just really anchor both of your feet down. I want you to again think of pulling up and out of your hips, hands on your hips, abdominals are lifting you up. That two-way stretch, you're pushing in both directions. Now we're going to keep the tailbone gently lengthening to the floor. Lift your right heel off the mat. So the toes are still down at the moment. Now with your left foot, the one that's going to press down, really press those toes down. Press the ground away with the whole of that left foot. Now keep pressing the ground away with the left foot to bring that right toes off so they float, and then bring the leg up. We ideally want the knee in front of your hip joint. Now keeping all that length in your body and wobbly, we're going to do 8 here. As you inhale, you bend. Watch that your knee doesn't open or turn inwards. Exhale, push it back away. So loads of work through the glute now. Exhale to push. You'll see that I am wobbly. We'll all struggle together. Exhale to push. Keeping that strong work through the glute med, the side of your hip. We've got 4 more. Helps to find a spot straight ahead of you to look at, to really work on maintaining balance. Last one. Pushing away. Place your right foot down. Have a moment, and then we're going to do the same on the left side. So you're going to just, first things first, just pull up out of your center, hands on the hips, and now we're going to press into the right foot, lift just your left heel to begin. Now really get those right toes pressing down, spreading the weight evenly, drawing up out of your right hip. Check that your hips try and keep them as square as they can, and then we're going to float the left toes up. Find that 90-degree angle, and then just really lift up out of the ground here. We've got 8. We inhale to lower, exhale, pushing away. That was wobbly. And again, the first few reps are just like an exploration. And push. 6 more. With each repetition, you just have to work out how to stabilize your body, noticing what's going wrong, maintaining concentration. Pushing up, go for 4 more here. And if you'll notice that I'm not looking at the camera, because if I look anywhere other than straight ahead, everything goes. There we go, I just jinxed it for myself. Push, last one. Push, left foot down with a bit more grace than I just did. Okay, we are now going to turn side on. We're going to take a breath in, arms straight to the sides of the body, and then exhale, nod your chin forward and roll yourself down to the mat, rounding through your back. At the bottom, let your knees bend more to bring your hands to the mat, and then crouch, hands behind you, bring your bum down, keep your feet planted, and then just come to lie all the way down on your back. Okay, so now we're going to grab the ball. I should have said. I also didn't grab it. So you're going to pop the ball in between your knees. You want it to be just a little bit lower than your actual knees, so it's more just the top of your inner thighs. Your feet are a fist distance apart. Your knees will be ideally also a fist distance apart. You'll be squeezing the ball to make that happen. If you need to adjust your ball, deflate it a little bit, please do. Arms pressing down. We want to find neutral pelvis now. So your pubic bone and hip bones are level. Your ribs are pulling down. Your arms are pressing into the mat. You're going to maintain that squeeze on the ball now. So strong inner thigh work. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, press your lower back down into the mat. Curl your tailbone upwards. Stand into your feet to lift your spine off, one vertebra at a time. At the top, curl your tailbone even more. Breath in. And then exhale to roll back down. At the bottom of this rep, this is your chance to adjust the ball if you need to. I'm going to just move it a little bit closer to me. Okay, let's go for 2 more of these. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, curling up, articulating through the spine. Think of the spine lengthening as you really deepen that posterior tilt. Breath in. And exhale, rolling back down. Keep curling your tailbones to the ceiling on the way, finding neutral at the last moment. Okay, we're going to stay up at the top of the third one. Breath in, and then exhale to lift, peeling your spine off. Really standing into your feet, feeling all that footwork we just did from standing. Okay, so from here, I want you to soften the ribs, tilt your pelvis more. Feel your glutes supporting you, the back of your legs supporting you. You're going to keep that inner thigh squeeze on the ball. Now keep the weight in your left leg. You're going to stretch your right leg away, point your toes. Place the foot back down. Without the pelvis moving, we do the same on the left. Inhale, stretch the leg away. Exhale, bring it back down. We've got 4 more sets. Inhale, and back. Inhale, left leg, and back. 3 more sets. Not letting the pelvis shift, keeping those hamstrings working strong. And back, you've got 2 more. You'll be feeling the front of your hips as well. They are very much being opened. And left, and back. You've got 1 more each way. Drawing back in. Last one to the left. And back. Hold it there. Breath in. And then exhale to roll your spine down. 1 vertebra at a time. Finding neutral at the bottom. Get rid of the ball for a moment. Just pop it to the side. Reach your arms behind you, palms to your ceiling, palms to the ceiling, your ceiling as well. And then draw your ribs down. Bring 1 leg at a time into tabletop where your knees are over your hips. Okay, so we're going to do some 100 prep, bit of coordination involved with it, and then we're actually going to do coordination from the reformer afterwards. So you're going to take a breath in. As you exhale, curl your chest forward, reach your arms forward, stretch your right leg away, toe reaching to the wall in front of you. Now keep your chest lifted. Inhale to bring your knee back in. Your arms start floating up till the hands are in line with your knees. Then your chest follows you, come all the way back. We go to the left leg. Exhale, left leg stretches away. Keep your chest lifted. Inhale, knees in, arms up, chest down. We're going to do that 2 more times. Exhale, right leg. 2 more each way, I should say. Inhale, knees in, arms together. They happen at once. Arms follow down. Exhale, left leg. Inhale. And down. Final set of these. Exhale, right leg. Trying not to let the pelvis move. Last one to the left. And down. Okay, keep your arms reaching back for a moment. Let yourself just kind of relax. Keep the legs in tabletop. Squeeze the legs together. Okay, now we go into coordination. So float your arms just off the mat so you can connect your ribs. Take a breath in. As you exhale, stretch both legs away together. Reach your arms forward. Open the legs to shoulder width or a little wider. Close them back in. Knees come back to tabletop. Arms come up. Head, neck, chest down. Arms come with. 4 more. Exhale, reach. Open, close. Knees, arms, down. 3 more. Exhale. Open, close. Knees, arms, down. Flowing through. Exhale. Open, close. Knees, arms, down. Last one. Knees, arms, down. Reach around. Knees to your chest. Hands to your knees. Just take a little rock side to side. Now grab your ball again. Pop your feet onto the mat, lift your hips to place the ball underneath your sacrum. You want to feel that the back of your pelvis is supported rather than it being lower back. Okay, so if you need to take a wiggle about to find the right spot, once you're in it, that's fine. Okay, so from here, we want to think stability through your center. Your arms are pressing down. This is adapted from some of the Bassi F2 spine corrector work. Now we're going to draw the legs into tabletop. Your knees will be above your pelvis, i.e. above the ball. And then from here, I want you to bring your heels together, toes and knees apart, so you're in a frog position. And then you're going to bring the knees closer to you, and then we're going to just stretch the heels up so they are ideally above the ball. Think of your heels trying to press to the ceiling. Now we're going to keep the heels above your pelvis. As you exhale, push up to the ceiling. Inner thighs together. Inhale, draw back down. We are trying to keep the ball completely still. Exhale, push up. Inhale, down. We've got 4 more of these. Glutes and hamstrings pushing away. Abdominals stabilizing your center. Arms pressing down. 2 more. Exhale. With the last one, you push up and you stay up. Point your toes, lengthen the front of your ankles. Now we're going to find that vertical line. Again, we've got the feet right above the pelvis. We're externally rotated from the hips. Now we're going to keep the feet at this distance. We're not going to let them come closer to us or go further away. As you inhale, you open wide into a V shape. Go as wide as you can control it. And then you exhale, inner thighs pull you back in. And again, inhale to open. Exhale back. 4 more of these. Inhale. Exhale back. 3 more. Exhale. Final 2. Exhaling back. Last one. Exhaling, drawing back in. At the top, bring your hips back into parallel. Again, we are vertical here. And then you're going to open the legs in as much of a V shape from here as you can. We want to think of the pelvis as being the center line, and we want to think of trying to open the legs as equally as possible. Once we're there, we're going to double pulse both legs. And then we inhale through the center, we exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Again, keeping the ball still. Inhale, exhale, switch. 2 more sets of these. And again. Final one. And then stretch the legs up. Come back into turn out again, so we're externally rotated from the hips. Now we're going to separate the feet, legs just a fraction. And now we're going to find that same V shape that we just had a moment ago. And now we're going to try and keep the feet at the same height as they open. They circle around, your legs circle around from the hip. You're now in the opposite direction in the V shape. You come back up to the center. We're going to do 2 more in that direction. So right leg comes towards you, the legs circle around, the left leg comes towards you, you bring it back in. 1 more here. Mobilizing through the ankle, through the hip joint without any movement in the center. We reverse the direction now. Left leg towards you, right leg away, circle opposite direction, and then find your center. 2 more. Open and center. Last one. And open and center. And then from here, bend your knees back into your frog position, pop your feet down, stand into your feet, lift your hips, pop the ball nearby to your side, but place your hands on top of your shins, and then just rock yourself up to seated. We're now going to place the ball beneath our heels, or behind our heels, I should say, between the heels and the glutes. We'll do some rolling like a ball using the ball. So lots of balls. All right, hands are in the front of your ankles. I want you to pull your feet closely towards you, and then think of trying to tilt your pelvis forward. So it's like you're trying to lengthen your hips towards your heels. Okay, from here, pull your ribs back, lift your sternum up, find that sense that you're pulling your waist backwards, lift your heels and pull the heels even closer to you, so you're just balancing on your toes. And I want you to find that point of balance where you're sitting just behind your sit bones,
Elbows are wide, really rounding. And now we're going to keep this tight ball shape. Inhale, roll back. Don't lose the ball. Exhale up, balance at the top. Inhale back. Exhale up. And you want to just find a moment of hold at the top. And ideally, we're keeping the pelvis still. Inhale back. Exhaling up. Let's go for another 5. Use each repetition as a chance to just explore, be a bit playful with it, see what works, see what doesn't. You want to feel the hands and legs pressing into one another. Your arms are working. Pause at the top. Press your feet down. Fabulous. Okay, now we're going to come into some mermaid, adapted from the reformer. So I've got my legs in a zigzag position. My left shin is reaching to the far end of my mat. My right shin is parallel to the front of my mat, sitting upright. I'm going to place the ball at an arm's length where I can press my hand onto it, but I'm not leaning into it, so I'm still upright. My left arm is reaching down at about the same distance. I'm sitting nice and tall here. Now take a breath in as I roll the ball away to hinge sideways, and my left arm comes with me. Now I'm going to keep the ball still and exhale to rotate through the waist so I can try and reach my left arm forward. I'm trying to square my shoulders to the mat here. And then I'm going to inhale, rotate back forward. Exhale, pull the ball back in. Left arm floats back down. We've got 2 more. Inhale, pushing away. And exhale, rotating. Inhale, rotate back forward, finding that straight diagonal line. Exhale to lift. We've got 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back up. And then you can swivel your legs around and switch sides with the ball. So move my hair out of the way. Okay, so obviously legs are now facing the opposite direction. The ball is in the left hand, nice and tall through your spine. And we're going to begin by inhale, hinging over to the left. And then exhale, rotate through the waist and reach. Inhale to come back forward, still facing forward. That's it, and lift. We've got 2 more. So just reaching sideways, then rotating through the waist as you exhale, reach, trying to square your shoulders to face down. Inhale, facing forward. Exhale to lift. 1 more here. Inhale. And exhale. Lengthen. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Lifting back up. Fantastic. Pop the ball aside. We don't need it for the next thing. We're going to come into 4-point kneeling briefly, and then we will be out of it before you know it. So hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. I want you to spread the weight evenly between your fingers as well as the heels of the hands. Now from here, really push the ground away. Think of your shoulder blades being wide on your back, and think of drawing your shoulder blades down your back as well. At the same time, draw your abdominals up, okay? Lots of stability work here. Now make a mental note of where your pelvis is. I want you to keep the pelvis completely still. Keep your abdominals engaged to do this. Step your right foot back until you can hook the toes on the mat with a straight leg. Really reaching strong through that back leg. Now you're going to keep everything still. Don't let your hips lift to stretch your left leg away. Now we should have a straight line from the crown of your head to your heels. You're going to keep that body still. As you exhale, glide your right knee in. It should glide along the mat. You inhale, step it back out. Same on the left. Exhale. Inhale back. We've got 4 more sets. Nothing is moving apart from the working leg. Exhale. Inhale back. Keep drawing your abdominals up. Keep strong in your shoulders. And left. Inhale back. Exhale. Inhale back to the left. Inhale. Let's go for 1 more each way. And stepping back. Last one. And back. Reach your hips to the ceiling. Take an up stretch. And really just breathe into the back body here, lengthening through the hamstrings, through the calves, through the spine. You can stay there for a moment longer. I'm just going to unclip my mic before we come into the final bit of work. Okay, so when you're ready, from that upstretch position, just bring your knees down to the mat and then carefully bring yourselves down to your front. And you're going to have the ball within arm reach. So you want to have, for the first thing, your hands on top of the ball with straight elbows. And then from here, I want you to lengthen your legs. Your inner thighs are pulling towards one another, but they are not squeezed. Your toes are pointed and your hips are in parallel. You want to be looking straight down to the mat here, but with the ball reaching ahead of you, just check your shoulders aren't stripping out of your back. Connect your shoulders into your back. You want to have a bit of space under your nose. Your face is just floating off the mat here. Now from here, I'm going to take a breath out. As you inhale, gently pull the ball slightly towards you to lift just your breastbone off, and at the same time float your legs off the mat. So you're reaching long, the back of your legs are working, your glutes are working. Now your upper body is going to stay still. We're doing a lower body version of swimming. So your upper body is holding you, it's supporting you. Now you're going to start to lift your right leg a bit higher, and then your left leg a bit higher, and your right leg and your left. We want to keep the pelvis still. Feel like you're picking each leg up from your glute. We're going to start to speed that up. We're going to go exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. So you want to keep your upper body as still as possible. Keep drawing your shoulders down your back. Really supporting everything from your center. So it's only the legs that are moving. One more set of breath. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Stretch both legs away. Now lift a little higher, still with your legs lifted. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower everything down. Very nice. Okay, let your legs be heavy now. And now you want to have the ball with your arms straight. You want the ball to be underneath your wrists. And then same thing, we want to just make sure the shoulders aren't sliding up towards your ears. So I want you to just take a moment to slide your shoulders down your back and then adjust the ball as needed. Lengthen your tailbone towards your toes. Keep your hips in external rotation here as well if that feels okay. Otherwise, parallel is fine. Breath out to begin. Your legs are going to stay heavy. As you inhale, start to lift your eye line forward, your neck, your upper back. You're going to pull the ball gently towards you to deepen that extension, lifting your abdominals up off the floor. And then you're going to exhale, reverse it to come back down. We've just got 2 more. Inhale to lift, eye line first, neck, upper back, push your breastbone up and forward, ground the head to the ceiling. And exhale, bringing it back. Last one. Inhale. And exhaling down. And then at the bottom, let go of the ball, push back into a rest position. So sit on your heels, reach your fingertips far, far in front of you, and just really, really just stretch out your back with that breath. While you're doing that, take another breath. I'm going to turn my light back on. We've got one more quick thing to do. So you're going to come to sit in the middle of your mat, cross-legged if that feels good. Otherwise, you can have your feet together, whatever feels best today. And then you're going to interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your head, sitting upright here. Your elbows are just in your peripheral vision. You're going to take a breath in, reach your chest up to the ceiling, and really let those elbows widen as much as they can. And then as you exhale, start to nod your chin forward, wrap your elbows in, pushing your chest downwards, really rounding the back of your spine. And again, inhale, open the chest, collarbones wide, look up to the ceiling. And exhale, think of drawing your shoulder blades apart from one another as you come forward. One more round of this. Inhale, open. And exhale, drawing back. Really breathe into your back here. And then come up to upright. Take your hands out from behind your head. And we're all done for that session. I hope that you found that helpful. If you enjoyed it. If you have any questions about anything we did, please feel free to leave a comment or get in touch. And if you enjoyed the class, I've got lots more on my on-demand library. I've got over 250 videos at the moment. So yeah, there's plenty more to be getting stuck into if you enjoyed it. Otherwise, I hope to see you in a session soon. Bye.